The graduation ceremony. Please ensure that all electronic devices are switched off. Graduates, you are reminded that protocol requires that you take off your mortarboard bonnet for the national anthem. Would the assembly please stand for the entrance of the academic procession?
Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the academic procession, graduates and guests, good afternoon. Welcome to this Division of Tropical Health and Medicine graduation ceremony. Would you please remain standing as Ms. Sharon Ransom sings the national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to invite Mrs. Linda Saltner, Wulgurukaba representative, to deliver a welcome to country.
Good afternoon, everyone, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and the academic procession. Graduates, family and friends and partners, on behalf of the Wulgurukaba traditional custodians whose traditional lands we gather on here this afternoon, I'd like to say Agon Nabal Nabal, Wulgurukaba, Milden, Gurumbulbara, Yumanan. That's Wulgurukaba people, or the Canoe people who belong to the Townsville and Magnetic Island region. It's with great pleasure that I give you a welcome to country address today and congratulate each and every one of the graduates on your achievements and your future success. So enjoy your day and your many hard years of hard work that you've put through, and to the families that have supported you. Thank yous all. And JCU, yous will become a part of a great alumni into the future, both nationally and internationally, and a great success. James Cook University are one of the leaders in acknowledging First Nations people, and we are proud in Townsville area here to have a diverse range of cultures and multicultural cultures that we embrace, and also have the support networks for each of those individuals to get through those hard years that you endure. So congratulations, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Chancellor, on the University's behalf, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mrs. Saltner for her welcome to country this afternoon. We are assembled here today to confer James Cook University degrees. May I take this opportunity to introduce myself and members of the official party. My name is Mr. Russ Parker, and I am today's Ceremony Marshal. From my right, Professor Lee Stewart, Dean of the College of Healthcare Sciences. Professor Christine Bruce, Dean of the Graduate Research School. Adjunct Associate Professor Alistair Birtles, today's Mace Bearer. Ms. Chazelle Bovink, Acting Deputy University Secretary. The University Chancellor, Mr. Bill Tudell. Professor Sandra Harding, Vice-Chancellor and President. Ms. Danielle Hornsby. Ms. Hornsby will deliver today's occasional address. Professor Ian Ronsky, Officer of the Order of Australia, Deputy Vice-Chancellor of the Division of Tropical Health and Medicine. Professor Stephen Naylor, Chair of the University's Academic Board. Seated behind the official party are members of the University Council and university staff. Chancellor, I invite you to address the Assembly.
I warmly acknowledge the presence today of Professor Sandra Harding, Vice-Chancellor and President, Councillor Maury Saws, representing the Mayor of Townsville, Jenny Hill, Ms. Danielle Hornsby, whomever you've heard, will be our distinguished occasional speaker, Mr. Anthony Nichols, who will be our graduate speaker, other members of the official party, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, parents, and most important of all, our graduating students. I too acknowledge the traditional owners of this land and their past, present and future leaders, and extend respectful greetings to them. Thank you, Linda Saltner, again for your very warm and evocative welcome to country. As Chancellor of James Cook University, it's one of my very pleasant duties to welcome all of you to today's graduation ceremony. Those of you who are graduating today, and those family members and friends who have helped you get to this point and are here to share proudly in your achievement. I imagine this ceremony is as much an early Christmas present for them as it is for those of you graduating today. Those graduating today who are not already graduates of JCU, which I imagine is most of you, are about to join a very important family, the family of JCU graduates, our JCU alumni network. And why is this particular family so significant? The answer to that question may not be immediately apparent to you, or to the family and friends who have supported you and who rejoice with you today here or from afar. But having presided over a number of graduations now as Chancellor and seen more than 3,000 students join this inspiring and talented family each year, I've been reinforced in my view and my conviction that this alumni network is a family to which all of us who have graduated from JCU should feel very proud to belong. My wife Chris, who's here with me today, she and I are both graduates of JCU, and we certainly feel that way. After all, James Cook University, whose founders had the vision all those years ago to establish us specifically as Australia's university for the tropics, is a leading university internationally by any definition. Your university, our university, is rated in the top 2% of universities worldwide by the very authoritative academic ranking of world universities. It is in fact very humbling for me to be the first JCU alumnus to hold the position of Chancellor, especially when I think of how many mighty achievers and fine people have passed through our university, and more of you are doing so today. It's also fascinating to think that so many of us are connected to this alumni family in ways that aren't necessarily obvious to us in our day-to-day lives. But it's not necessarily surprising when you consider the Mayor of Townsville, whom I just mentioned, Councillor Jenny Hill, is a JCU alumna. The Chairman of the Townsville Hospital and Health Service Board, Tony Mooney AM, is a JCU graduate. The CEO of the Port of Australia, Renee Crosby, is a JCU graduate and is also, in fact, a former member of the JCU Council. Dr. Glenn Richards, cast member of Channel 10's Shark Tank program and founder and former CEO of Green Cross, Australia's largest pet care company, is a JCU alumnus. The anaesthetist who played such an instrumental role in the successful cave dive rescue of 12 trapped boys and their football coach in Thailand earlier this year, Dr. Richard Harris, is a JCU alumnus. I could list more. You'll be relieved to know I don't intend to. I'm sure you get the picture. So you see, most of us are more closely connected with this special family than we might realise at first blush. Our lives and the lives of others are transformed, are influenced and are shaped by JCU graduates locally, nationally and worldwide. Given the success and calibre of JCU alumni, those of you who are graduating today deserve to be proud of your achievement in soon joining this important family too, and proud of your association with this university. What's more, like those inspiring and influential alumni already in this family, you too are equipped with the tools to be a valuable resource with an ability to enrich our society and have an impact on so many lives here in your communities and in the world. This family will provide you with vital networks in the post-graduation employment situation and allow you to give back to your communities in ways that might not otherwise have been possible. Through the JCU family, you will have access to a network which has enormous global reach and that transcends geographical borders. As a member of this family, you share too our collective responsibility to make a positive contribution to our global future. Other alumni, like Chris and me, want to be able to follow your achievements, celebrate them, and to take pride in them. So it's just as important for you to keep connected with one another as it is for us to keep connected with you. Now, staying in touch with the university will be particularly important given that in just over a year, JCU will be celebrating 50 years as a university and 60 years of higher education in northern Queensland. Our hope is that a member of the royal family will visit JCU in April 2020 in honour of Her Majesty the Queen, having signed the Act which created James Cook University that year. My wife and I were both present for those momentous events in 1970. In fact, Chris, I'm proud to say, was one of the smart young students chosen to meet the royals. I wasn't. The university will be issuing more information about this anniversary celebration in due course. Please, therefore, do ensure that you keep your contact details up to date so that we can keep you informed of developments. It's our hope that as many of you as possible will be, and other alumni will be involved in this anniversary event. So on that final note, one of the most joyful responsibilities and most rewarding aspects of my role as Chancellor is to greet you later, to shake your hands, to hand you your testamers, and to welcome you to that important family of which I spoke, the JCU alumni family. It's often said that Christmas is a time for families to make new memories together. And with Christmas just around the corner, today's graduation ceremony is a perfect place to start doing just that. Thank you.
Chancellor, I call upon the Chair of the Academic Board, Professor Stephen Naylor, to present graduates.
Will all graduates of degrees, diplomas and certificates please stand? Chancellor, I certify to you and to the University that all the graduates approved by the Division of Tropical Health and Medicine and conferred by the James Cook University Council have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the University, and I ask you to welcome them to their respective degrees and diplomas.
In the name of the Council and by my authority as Chancellor, I congratulate and warmly welcome graduates so approved.
Will all graduates and diplomats please be seated?
Chancellor, the awarding of a Doctor of Philosophy degree has a special place in our graduation ceremony. It is one of the highest qualifications that the University awards. This degree is awarded for the successful completion of a significant piece of independent research, sustained in its scholarly character, and one which makes an original contribution to the field. External examination is always involved. 6 candidates are to be presented this afternoon. Professor Christine Bruce, Dean of the Graduate Research School, will present the graduates and acknowledge their supervisors, and Professor Stephen Naylor, Chair of the Academic Board, will read the thesis abstracts.
Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Carol Ann Flavelle. Dr. Flavelle's studies were undertaken in the discipline of physiotherapy under the supervision of Professor Susan Gordon, Associate Professor Kerry Ann Watt, and Dr. Lawrence Marshman.
Chancellor, Carol Favelle's doctoral research informs physiotherapy examination of chronic low back pain. She developed a physiotherapy examination algorithm to classify chronic low back pain, reported classification characteristics, determined algorithm validity by a diagnostic reference standard, and trialled a new standardised ultrasound imaging method to report spinal muscle response to pain relief in chronic low back pain. Chancellor, I present Dr. Flavelle.
Benjamin Haynes. Dr. Haynes' studies were undertaken in the discipline of sport and exercise science under the supervision of Dr. Glenn Deacon, Associate Professor Sean Bellwood, and Dr. Petra Borden.
Chancellor, Ben Haynes investigated the effects of various resistance training programs on adolescent and elite athletes. He found that specific training programs had different effects across athletes from different training backgrounds. His research will provide strength and conditioning coaches with an increased ability to target the specific needs of various athlete groups. Chancellor, I present Dr. Haynes.
Helen Land. Dr. Land's studies were undertaken in the discipline of physiotherapy under the supervision of Dr. Susan Gordon, Dr. Anne Jones, and Associate Professor Carrie-Anne Watt.
Chancellor, Helen Land identified clinical differences in those with shoulder pain compared to those without, specifically shoulder impingement. She then proved that physiotherapy treatment targeting these differences can significantly relieve pain and improve function in those with shoulder impingement. These treatment methods are now being used by physiotherapists in practice. Chancellor, I present Dr. Land.
Tennille McGuckin. Dr. McGuckin's studies were undertaken in the discipline of sport and exercise science under the supervision of Associate Professor Rebecca Seeley and Associate Professor Fiona Barnett.
Chancellor, Tennille McGuckin explored the use of individually tailored theory, informed strategies to reduce occupational sedentary behaviour. She implemented and evaluated these strategies, and sitting time was reduced within a short period of time. Other workplaces can introduce simplistic strategies such as goal setting and monitoring to assist in reducing occupational sedentary behaviour. Chancellor, I present Dr. McGuckin.
Marie McAuliffe. Dr. McAuliffe's studies were undertaken in the discipline of nursing science under the supervision of Dr. Karen Yates, Dr. Megan Kilcullen, Professor Lee Stewart, Professor Karen Francis, and Professor Petra Butner.
Chancellor, Marie McAuliffe examined the experience of women admitted to ICU during pregnancy or birth. She found that at 6 weeks after birth, women in the study group experienced poorer health compared to healthy women who had given birth normally. This study is informing the development of midwifery models of care. Chancellor, I present Dr. McAuliffe.
Enrilia Ningdia. Dr. Ningdia's studies were undertaken in the discipline of psychology under the supervision of Dr. Denise Dillon, Associate Professor Gary Kidd, and Associate Professor Narina Caltabiano.
Chancellor, Aurelia Ningdia explored the characteristics of curricula in Indonesian professional psychology programs. She found that despite some concerns about the organisation of programs, basic education principles featured in the preparation of practising psychologists. Professional psychology in Indonesia can use the results of her study to map strategic plans in the development of future curriculum. Chancellor, I present Dr. Ningdia. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Chancellor, I invite Professor Lee Stewart, Dean of the College of Healthcare Sciences, to present college graduates.
Chancellor, I present graduates awarded the degree of Diploma of Higher Education, Sharon Elizabeth Groves. Matthew Lee Scott. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Exercise Physiology Clinical, Sean Gregory Allen. And with an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Michaela Borg. Michelle Jane Brett. Amy Kennedy Edwards. Ryan Jeremy Marr. Caitlin Evelyn Markham. Lachlan James Machos. Kathleen Rose McCosker. Madison Tyler Mulcahy. Joel Nicholas Liam Newman. Jonathan Daniel Reeves. Samantha Ellen Roberto. Kate Louise Tomarini. Lindsay Jane Watkins. Kelly Ruth Worrell. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Nursing Science. Kauthar Ala Al-Saidi. Joanne Marie Aldridge. Michaela Alfonso. Shannon Lee Allen Waters. Abby Rose Ammenhauser. Cody Lee Ammenhauser. Meg Therese Andrews. Miriam Joy Andrews. Ruth Laverne Apollinario. Kira Lee Archer. Chantel Louise Barra. Stella Margaret Batt. Jody Lee Bykoff. Fallon Louise Blissett. Bethany Nicole Blois. And with an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Victoria Louise Bowes. Madison Brack. Emma Patrice Braithwaite. Thea Crocia Brayley. Susan Gay Breed. Hayley Denise Busby. Jessica Helen Cashford. Andrea Janella Castro. Dalitha Rose Challenger. Karen Louise Chalmers. Tanya Michelle Close. Renee Elizabeth Coben. India Rose Cole. Terry Diane Cole. Katrina Lee Coleman. Rihanna Collier. Chelsea Louise Cook. Tiana Marie Cornwell. Hannah Laurel Costello. Molly Terry Ann Cox. Chloe Bridget Crombie. Christina Jennifer Ruby Cross. Anna Michelle Currington. Catelyn Dagush. Marthaline David. With an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Lisa Ilona de Boer. Taylor DeLandels Jansen. Claudine Joyce D. Emden. Marie Lorena Jonick Desvaux. Nigel Scott Dewing. Gabriella. With an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Gabriela Diaz Robles. Katie Nicole Doolan. Sally Ann Douglas. Lucy Marie Downey. Chloe Marie Doyle. Lauren Grace Drent. Michaela Ruth Eisenminger. Robin Elise Ellershaw. Leah Marie Elliott. With an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Catherine Elizabeth Engel. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Alexandra Nancy Monique Ernst. Emily Lauren Fidge. Lauren Elise Foscarini. Stevie Jade Fox. Kimberly Brianna Freeman. Lisa Ann Gonsalves. Rowie Jade Haynes. Gabrielle Ann Hansen. And with the Sally Gould Prize, Emily Grace Hapgood. Letitia Monique Harbinger. Sky Lee Henneberry. Claire Constance Hines. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Rachel Shannon Horsley. Jamie Rose Huggan. Miranda Hughes. Renee Louise Humphreys. Jocelle Hurst. Joy Kathua Ikiara. Ludine Nicole Jackson. Tony Lee Jacobson. Renee Elizabeth James. Ivan Jolly. Mutinta Kabisa. Jessica Ann Kesey. Keisha Kennedy. Rhys Allen Kermer. Hayden Jacob Kerr. Regina Craig. And with the Queensland Country Credit Union Prize, Kayla Lascelles. And with the Pam McAllister Memorial Prize, Madeline Grace Lawson. Sheridan Lewis. Yin Mui Phoebe Livingston. Richard Long. Shaden Craig Linwood. Neren Kengal Makaspak. Michelle MacDonald. Mary Sutherland McIntosh. Nicola Pierrose Marana. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Savannah Ray Marsh. Brittany Renee Matthews. Ty Graham Maxwell. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Cameron John McDonald. Jessica Ann McGare. Larissa Tegan McKenzie. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Kaya Dawn McLean Montgomery. Samuel Jacob Mead. Rihanna Patrice Miles. Ayan Ahmed Mohammed. Renee Michelle Morley. Tian Lee Morris Waya. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Matthew Ryan Murdoch. Rina Nanyonga. Jenna Lee Nilsson. Kylie Novak. Sarah Candice Ostisjas. Jamasina Palson. Jessica Parker. Kiara Amber Parks. Denise Elaine Pasquale. Alexander Bernard Paterno. Claire Patmore. Amy Louise Penny. Mawape Jean Firry. Amy Prothero. Let her get away. Kirsten Ann Radek. Linda Colleen Richards, who had an academic medal, bachelor coursework. Apologies, Linda. Sally Rickards. Samuel Romero. Suzanne Melanie Rook. Christy Lee Ruby. Shana Joan Rumble. Sarah Ann Russell. Kristen Marie Sander. Shalyn Sandow. Taylor Larissa Sapitula. David Sheldon. Pritpal Singh Sidhu. Marion Ann Simmons. Patrina Suzanne Stanford. Cassie Steen. Kaylin Stocker. Charis Stokes. Marie Kathleen Story. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Jared Michael Summers. Emily Claire Symes. Hayley Renee Tattersfield. Lauren Teitzel. Brooke Lee Terry. Keegan Thomas. Christina Iris Thompson. Bethany Jane Tirendi. Rachada Tupkay. Alice Jade Townsend. Taylor Travis Jones. And with the Joy Croker Centaur Silver Medal and Academic Medal Bachelor Coursework, Lute Richard Turkelsen. Geraldine Turner. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Gillian Lee Tyrrell. Vivian Lee Vaughan. Emma Wade. Algie Lynn Walker-Wilson. Rachel Ward. Rianne Ashton Weaver. Lily Wells. Caitlin Wintercorn. Stacey K. Wilmette. Brooke J. Wilson. Ryan Daniel Wilson. Mark Jamal Lithgow Wood. Jonathan Stephen Woods. Natalie Woods. Samara Louise Woods. Molly Zillman. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Nursing Science, Bachelor of Midwifery. Samantha Storm Bateson. Madeline Beavis. Tamra Lee Christopher. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Serena Marie Davidson. Michaela Margaret Delaney. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Shannon Dawn Goodwin. Madison Marie Haley. Chloe Marie Hanlon. Shanathi Marie Jayawardhana. Suzanne Marie Godshell Johnson. Shania Ashley Lade. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Emily Jane Lund. Paige Morgan Mantio. With an academic medal, bachelor coursework, the Emeritus Professor Barbara Hayes Medallion, Clarissa Amy Marinan. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Jennifer Ann Ottendale. Sean Megan Postma. Courtney Joy Risdale. Angela Kayleen Rogers. Dana Laurel Sampson. Chloe May Simmons. Elizabeth Margaret Simons. With an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Tegan Slater. Casey Lee Watson. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Occupational Therapy with an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, and the Occupational Therapy Achievement Award, Megan Karina Adkins. Hannah Asa. Jonathan Anave Ban. Samantha Jade Barber. And with the Occupational Therapy Australia Judith Trevan Hawke Prize, Benjamin Barch. And with an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Josephine Caitlin Bailey. With an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Judith Trevan Hawke Prize, Occupational Therapy, Holly Renee Bilson. Courtney Lynette Gorst Blair. With an academic medal, Bachelor coursework, Kristen Eileen May Boswood. Emily Rosalind Brazier. Fiona Lee Bunt. Hamish Curtis Cassidy. Emily Pei Yuan Chong. Nicholas Peter Comben. Alicia Craigton. Kathleen Annette Davey. Shanley Rianne Diamond. Leah Jane Duncan. Megan May Dunstan. Erica Finilla. Claire Alice Fitzpatrick. Dakotan Fleetwood. Heather Kimberly Lorraine Fuller. William Philip Gallijos. Georges. Louise Chrissa Gergis. Matthew Gillies. Damon Julian Vincent Gordon Moore. Michaela Helen Grant. Kim Guppy. Jessica Lee Harris. Kathleen Hughes. Rebecca Jill Jacobson. Carly Marie Jeffrey. Ashlyn Kay. Belle Joanne Keane. Michaela Mel Kelly-Irvin. Nathalie Khan. Monique Leslie Large. Bria Elizabeth Mandich Corporal. Ebony Ann Mitchell. James Alexander Mitchell. Adeline Mukasine. Dylan Reed Napper. Shani Isabella Oakford. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Brianna Lauren Cherie Petman. Janet Alexandra Pountney. Jessica Emily Robinson. Danielle Rodda. Haley Alicia Schult. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Melanie Stefanos. Jessica Marie Victoria Strutt. Ashley K. Sullivan. Ashley Nicole Thurstans. Dana Tierney. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Wing Nga Defi Tasang. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Kimberly Susan Wales. David Winder. Mason Storm Wood. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Physiotherapy, Jaden Luke Allen Waters. Amy Louise Andrew. Samuel Isaac Barbie. Martin James Brennan. Alexander Hayden Brock. Sophia Rose Burrows. Kimberly Ann Carl. Riley Paul Capra. Taylor Ashley Carmelito. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Gemma Michelle Carter. Oliver Kenneth Cotterill. Benjamin Aaron Coxon. Oliver Peter Crossley. Gabrielle Diboni. Joe Charlie Dennison. Jack Ryan Dodds. Samuel Dale Douglas. Curtis Jeremy Duff. William Francis Ross Ellis. And with an academic medal, Bachelor Coursework, Samuel Fay. Isaac Stephen Fitzsimmons. Braden David Gaviglio. Connor James Gilliland. Cody Shane Gordon. Holly May Grant. Aaron Johannes Hake. William Henry Holmes. Laura Joy Justin. Cassie Kennett. Alec Dion Lablache. Jack McLean Lando. Renee Marie Marchant. Bradley Reese Moore. Darcy Moran. And with the Florence, Robert and Colin Dempster Prize for Physiotherapy, James Rory Maroney. Rebecca Murray. Rihanna Lee Myatt. Aruna Isuru Nana Yakara. Andre Ibrahim Nilsson. Benjamin Brian O'Donnell. Kevin Hei Yu Pang. Meg Janae Ritchie. Mason Wayne Rowley. Alice Camille Ruddle. Lachlan Faulkner Skinner. Samantha May Smithers. Mason Ray Thompson. Tom Daniel Wall. Eva Wangema Betai. Sam Mijo Weimar. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Physiotherapy Honours. Victoria Louise Lee. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, the Australian Physiotherapy Association Queensland Branch Prize, Liam David Phelps. And with the Physio Research Foundation Prize for Academic Excellence in Honours Research, Renee Silvestro. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, Lara Renee Beaton. Jamie Rose Burgess. Kristen Soraya De Volta. Zachary Adam Keefe. Madison Taylor Lassig. Jenna Lim. Sabah Elizabeth Lynch. Kira Celine Mattison. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Catherine Ray McClellan. Jason Alexander Meldrum. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Jessica Lee Muller. Nicole Presbitero. Benjamin Andreas Rath. Kayla Shop. Ryan Lachlan Schwab. Jake Leonard Joseph Sylvester. Samuel James Stokely. Victoria Gwenda Taylor. Twinkle Achu Thomas. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Chelsea Renee Witz. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business, Bachelor of Psychological Science, Jessica Lee Forrest. Sarah Margaret Glover. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science Honours, Carla Jade Sinclair. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology, Marietta Kate Garuti. Brittany Leslie Kelly. Ellen Nicola Purcell Thompson. Andrea Kirsten Robertson. Sarah Kate Smith. Laurie Ann Thompson. Brianna Ruth Jiang. Melissa Mary Rake. Helen Grinstead. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Christopher Scott Ingham. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Christy Jane Livock. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech Pathology, L. Lace Jade Ambrose. Madison Ashley Beats. Emily Ashley Bradshaw. Jessica Taylor Denise Bradshaw. Amethyst Oshania Breeze Brand Adams. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Michaela Annalise Colley. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Cassandra Marie Garner. Tegan Lorraine Golding. Caitlin Ann Goodwin. Paige Courtney Groves. Jordan Alexandra Hicks. Henriette Jansen Van Vuren. Eden Elaine Lee. Pamela Rachel Leonardi. Megan Loretta Mannix. Hannah Alexandra McCullough. Kate Alexandra Morley. Kristen Shaylise Lewi Murray. Molly Patricia Patterson. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Jessica Kate Sale. Claire Elizabeth Shacker. Kaylee Marie Spink. And with the Speech Pathology Australia's Student Award, Jordan Marie Wellington. Bonnie Amber Marie Zaghini. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Speech Pathology Honours with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Annette Heather Coyne. And with an academic medal, bachelor coursework, Amanda Jane Pascal. Brittany Cherry Vella. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise Science, Beau William Anderson. Christy Ann Booth. Zoe Taylor Bright-Kareitz. Courtney Jade Castellani. Lachlan Timothy Danby. Melody Martika Kosh. James Bernard Henry Medway. Gillian Nicole Mooney. Bradley James Roberts. Arsan Heath Sam. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise Science, Bachelor of Education, Kylie Nicole Burgess. Angela Fleming. Holly Elizabeth Sanderson. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise Science Honours with an academic medal, Bachelor Honours, Anthony Nichols. Chancellor, I present graduates awarded the degree of Graduate Certificate of Nursing, Ketra Matombini. Renee Michelle Reinaudo. Chancellor, I present graduates awarded the degree of Graduate Diploma of Midwifery, Joanne Patricia Fendley. Cherie Ann Gartland. Danielle Francis Hoffensets. Carole? Fiona Carole Liddle. Michelle Lupton. Amanda Grace Maguire. Janelle Ann Phelps. Cherie Lee Shelton. And Marie Lynette Tillack. Chancellor, I present graduates awarded the degree of Graduate Diploma of Psychology, Brittany May Bogotto. Madison Jessica Green. Regan Griffiths. Aidan Mark Johnston. Carol Joan Mummy. Jessica Nellie Williams. Chancellor, I present a graduate awarded the degree of Graduate Diploma of Research Methods, Marina Bogiatsis. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Midwifery, Rudo Chigaba. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Nursing, Lynette K. Barrett. Pavrita Devi Bokori. Megan Louise Dale. Jima George. Maya Lee Burry. Carolyn Jane Munro. Melanie Jane Shackell. Shannon Darcy Sheehan. Tholui Shitoli. Roxanne Irene Taylor. Chancellor, I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Nursing, Nurse Practitioner, Stamatina Katsavinavas. Jodie Louise Marsh. Janine Gay Moore. Melanie Jane Price. Louise Elizabeth Weller. Chancellor, I present a graduate admitted to the degree of Master of Professional Accounting, Master of Business Administration, Alexandra Ferrero Suarez. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of the College of Healthcare Sciences graduates.
Chancellor, may I take this opportunity to introduce Ms. Danielle Hornsby. Danielle is a seasoned health service executive who has a passion for driving innovation to improve health services in regional centres, including working in roles as a Chief Executive Officer, Chief Operating Officer, Advisor to the Director General and Consultant for International AusAid initiatives. She currently leads the practice of some 700 allied health clinicians across the broader Townsville region, with a reputation and achievement record which has influenced rural health policy and practice nationally for over 2 decades. She is a speech pathologist by background, holds a Master in Business Administration, and is a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Ms. Hornsby is thrilled to be able to join us today to share her story and underscore the moments to look for as our graduates embark on their most exciting journey so far. I take much pleasure in inviting Ms. Danielle Hornsby to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, Deputy Chancellor, members of Council, members of staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, graduates. I'd like to begin by thanking the University for inviting me to give the occasional address today. I feel very privileged to do so. Graduation is such an important milestone for graduates and their families, and I congratulate you all on your achievements. The completion of your degree is a great personal accomplishment and also a milestone shared by parents, families, and friends who've all contributed to your success today. Many of you would have also undertaken placements at the Townsville Hospital and Health Service over the past few years. And on behalf of my organisation, we're also very proud of you and wish you all the very best as you make your way and your mark in your career. My own story started as a rebellious teenager, growing up in Blackwater, Central Queensland, where academic ambition was not highly regarded, but working in the mines like your dad was, and that was a primary goal of many of my friends. I spent 4 years at university studying speech pathology and vowed that I would never study again. But 4 years later, I enrolled in my master's, and I can honestly say I haven't stopped learning, studying, acquiring knowledge and absorbing knowledge since I left university at the tender age of 21. Today I wanted to share with you 5 defining moments that you will undoubtedly experience over the next few years as an early career professional. Even though I graduated some 20-something years ago, these are defining moments which still I remember fondly as critical events that have helped define my professional career. And I wanted to share them with you today because I want you to look out for these moments in your own early career, relish them, remember them, and reflect on them fondly. Number 1, your first pay. Wow, so you're going to start work and many of you will receive your first paycheck as a health professional. When I received mine, I remember it was $337.52 per week. And I thought I was king of the world. For most of you, you'll be earning over $1,000 a week in your first paycheck. This was the moment for me that I realised that studying at university, educating myself and becoming a health professional meant that I would forever have a solid income for the work I enjoyed and I had chosen to do. Do something special. Buy a memento, a keepsake, to remind yourself always that you have the privilege of an education in one of the world's oldest careers, but a career which continues to be at the forefront of our progressive society into the future. We will always need nurses, midwives, and allied health professionals. Number 2, don't hurry, be happy. If you can make your work pleasure, then it's never hard to go to work each day, engage in the work that you love. Don't be in a hurry to develop a career path or have a 5-year career goal. It might take you a while to find out what you really want and like to do. Go with the flow, make and take opportunities. Be a sponge, soak up knowledge and help from around you. Be better, smarter, more helpful and more modest tomorrow than you were yesterday. You will learn more in the next 1 year than you did in the last 3 to 4 years. In my own career, I've had 6 distinct career changes, all of them in healthcare, but each one teaching me and exposing me to new things, new people, new achievements. I would never be where I am today if I'd focused on a well-trodden path. If you're too focused on that well-trodden path, you often don't see the alternative opportunities which might exist for you that you really find are the perfect fit for you. The right environment, the right people around you, and the ability to marry your passion with your job. Don't hurry, be happy. Number 3, back to basics. Now, medical knowledge is expanding exponentially. Back in the 50s, medical knowledge doubled every 50 years. Accelerated to 7 years in 1980, 3.5 years in 2010, and in 2020, medical knowledge will double every 73 days. And the business world has gone through a similar change. When I graduated 27 years ago, there were no smartphones or even mobile phones, and computers were more like word processors and sophisticated calculators. There was no such thing as e-commerce, Bitcoin, virtual reality, data lakes, blockchain, Wi-Fi, Google or Bluetooth. But now, what an incredible era to work in. What an incredible era to embrace and evolve with. I've loved waking up every day and wondering what's next. What new invention, new technology, new innovation, new theory, new creative thought could power the next transformational change in healthcare? Cancer detecting pens, the bionic hand controlled by brain signals, fast-acting depression spray, pain relief goggles, regenerating body parts and home DNA kits are all tech breakthroughs wowing the healthcare market and the world right now. What doesn't change over the decades, though, for health professionals is the basics of human kindness. So there will be many times for you when you feel overwhelmed by knowledge, feel completely inadequately prepared for the task that you're doing right now. But remember, the people that you're caring for are feeling 10 times more overwhelmed and troubled in that moment. What they need from you mostly is a reassuring word, a touch on the forearm that says, "I'm here to help," and to feel safe that you have their best interests at the forefront of your day. As nurses, midwives, and allied health professionals, you make the difference in the way that care is provided, irrespective of technology. Number 4, believe it or not, people will look to you for direction. Yes, in the next 2 years, as you go about your usual work, you will experience a defining moment when people look to you for direction and you realise you're the adult in the room. This moment for me came when I was working as a soul therapist in a small town called Texas on the Queensland border. I was working in a circle on the floor with a group of special needs kids, and when out of the corner of my eye I spied a red-bellied black snake that had slithered across the floor and rested on the floor behind me, and it was between the kids and the exit door. At that moment, I realised at 22 years of age, I was the adult in the room, and the safety of these kids was in my hands. These children had language problems and found it very struggling to follow the most basic of instructions. So I thought this was a test sent to me from the speech pathology gods. With my heart pumping, I eventually evacuated the kids through our open window behind them. Luckily, we were on the ground floor, and no lengthy incident paperwork was required to be filed. But over the next couple of years, you too will have a defining moment where people will look to you for direction, and you'll be the adult in the room. Number 5, your work changes lives. I promise you that you will always remember the first time you truly changed a life. My memory was when I was working with a young 32-year-old man, Peter, who suffered a severe brain injury after a car accident. He had a wife and 3 young boys. He was intubated, breathing through a tube. He was fed through a tube. He couldn't move, he couldn't talk. Not even voluntary eye movements were available to help him with communication. He was truly locked in, and people talked about him, around him, without him. And all along, he could understand everything being said, but he couldn't tell anyone. Over 18 months, I worked with this man and his young family, and eventually we had him breathing on his own, eating food and drinking his first beer. And the most rewarding part was working on a technique with the occupational therapist, which meant he could, with assistance, communicate for the first time in 12 months. And his first words were, "I love you," to his wife. And it brought the house down in tears. It was this moment I realised that my skill and dedication to this family had changed things forever for the better. Peter would go home to live with his family and his 3 young boys after 2 years in a nursing home. Your work changes lives. You too, in your career, very soon will have defining moments like these, where you know that just by doing what you're trained to do results in something truly extraordinary in someone else's life. Congratulations to each and every one of you today, nurses, midwives, and allied health professionals of our future. As you leave this ceremony, please bask in the importance of your achievement. I look forward to crossing paths with many of you in the future and hearing the defining moments that you've created and formed as you begin what I believe is one of the most rewarding and fulfilling careers of the 21st century. It has been my pleasure to share today and this day with you. Thank you.
Chancellor, I'd now like to invite Mr. Anthony Nichols to deliver the graduate address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, Ms Danielle Hornsby, members of the official party, members of council, members of staff, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, thank you for giving me the opportunity to deliver the graduate's address. Today we meet as a community of people bound by a common connection through the power of education. I'd like to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the past who have provided opportunities to us that are rich and diverse. We acknowledge that all nationalities are part of the journey towards a shared, stronger future. So firstly, on behalf of the graduates, I'd like to thank you, Ms Hornsby, for joining us today and sharing your experiences. Your 5 moments were really insightful as graduates, especially as we transition from the tertiary studies into the real world. Could I please ask everyone to join me in a round of applause for Ms Hornsby? Secondly, none of us would be here crossing the stage, receiving our degrees if it wasn't for our family, friends and supporters. Some of us have lived at home with mums cooking every night. Others, like myself, have travelled across the sea from my family, seeing them only once or twice a year. And others have sacrificed it all and not seen family for years at a time. But let me say this, on behalf of the graduates, without your love, your support and the occasional kick up the backside, none of us would have made it. So I'd like the graduates to stand and turn around and face the upper part of the auditorium. Graduates, that is where the heartbeat of our success lies. So please join me in thanking our friends and family for all they have done for us. Thanks, graduates. So, as an honours student this year, I've witnessed firsthand the dedication of the College of Healthcare Sciences, as they have guided me towards a successful completion. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I felt like quitting. But all of us, whether undergraduate or postgraduate, are extremely grateful for the hours of editing, advising, marking and teaching you have given to the next generations of academics and practitioners. Your dedication to the sharing of knowledge and to the development of the inquisitive mind does not go unnoticed. On behalf of my Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander brothers and sisters who are graduating today, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the Indigenous Education and Research Centre. To Professor Nakata and the Learning Support Team, your ability to navigate us through the cultural challenges we have experienced has been second to none. Graduates, please join me in a round of applause to thank the academic staff and all the support services that have got us to this point today. I'm a proud Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander man from Thursday Island. I'm the first in my family to attend university, and being the eldest has placed a huge amount of responsibility on my shoulders to ensure that I am forging a path that my brothers and sisters can follow. According to the Bureau of Statistics, when I complete my PhD, which will be well in the 22nd century, I will be one of a handful of Indigenous men with this level of accomplishment. Am I nervous? Sure. But do I think I can achieve it? Of course. And why? Because I have the support and the experience of a tremendous team of academics, support staff, loving friends and family, and a history of learning that stretches over thousands of years before me, encouraging me and ensuring that the molehills don't become mountains. So lastly, I'd like to say thanks to you all, the men and women of the class of 2018, who have shared their lives and friendships with me. It is you that have allowed me to make mistakes without judgment and celebrate without care. I think a quality education is only the start of our stories. Whatever you choose to do in the future, make sure you remember that the success we are celebrating today has its foundations on the shoulders of others. As you step into the unknown, climb higher, make a difference. Be brave, show courage, and have adventures. And show our ancestors that you were worth it. Thank you.
Chancellor, each year the University Council awards university medals to those students who, through completing their course, have shown particular merit. Today we have one such recipient. I now call upon Professor Stephen Naylor, Chair of the Academic Board, to present today's recipient.
Chancellor, in recognition of the outstanding performance, we have one such graduate. Chancellor, the University Medal recipient is Brittany Cherie Vella. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of university medals.
Chancellor, I now have great pleasure in inviting the Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Sandra Harding, to deliver the closing address.
Chancellor, Ms McGowan, distinguished guests, families, friends, children, my university colleagues, and most of all, graduates. It is my privilege to say the last word, to give you the last message on behalf of our university at your graduation ceremony. This is a weighty responsibility and one that I take very seriously. First, let me add my acknowledgement, my very best congratulations to you, our graduates, now JCU alumni. You are here for something, not for nothing. You are here because you completed your degree program. That is no small thing, and while I'm sure your family and friends have some insight into your JCU journey, they cannot know your real lived experience. Graduates, it is only you who knows what this experience was really like for you, what it felt like, and what it meant. The trials and triumphs, the wins and the losses, the sheer good luck and the achingly bad luck, how you were doubtful sometimes and confident at others, how at different times you needed to be alone or to be with others, how you questioned or affirmed your ability, your very right to be at university. You will have shared some of this with your family and friends, with your loved ones, but you will have kept some things, probably many things, to yourself. Your private moments and choices, perhaps your deepest doubts and worries. But graduates, to your enduring and great credit, you pushed through all that. You turned up. You endured. You worked to ensure that you would reach this momentous day when you would join the world in a new way, from a new position, as a graduate, a James Cook University graduate. You deserve my best congratulations and the best congratulations of every person in this auditorium, and many who couldn't be here today, people who are just so very proud of you and all you have achieved. So graduates, well done, well done. There are others here who also deserve my acknowledgement. Two groups, really. First, your friends and families, those who don't really know all you experienced or what this journey has fully meant for you. But while you are on your journey, they have been on their own journey. Graduates, in some ways, theirs has been the harder task. Don't believe me? Well, think of it this way. Imagine someone you care deeply about, someone you love, though you may not show it all the time, is going through a challenging, even difficult experience, one that you can see is affecting them, testing them, worrying them, sometimes giving them cause for joy and fulfilment, but as often perhaps causing doubt, frustration, and maybe even disappointment. And then imagine you see this happening for that person you love over several years. Now, imagine that you cannot help with the hardest aspects of what that person is going through. What would you do in that position? Well, you can't do the assignment or exam or group work for them, so you try to help in other ways. You try to be available to listen, to console when needed, or to join in the celebrations when things have gone well. You try to relieve them of some everyday burdens for a time. You might cook a meal, do some laundry or shopping, so your loved one or friend can concentrate on what they need to do. You try to figure out when and how that person wants your support, and when to simply leave them alone to get on with it. Graduates, this has been the lot and the life of those who love and support you, all those here in this auditorium and so many others who couldn't be here today. For however many years it has been, you have been present in their lives. Not only are these remarkable people living their own lives with all the joys and challenges that exist for them, they have been working hard to be there for you. You have been a source of worry and wonder. These people have been with you and for you, and here they are again today, or thinking of you from afar. They deserve my sincere thanks and best congratulations, and they deserve yours too. When this ceremony is over, tell them so, for surely you wouldn't be here without them. Finally, I must acknowledge my colleagues at JCU. It is these people, your professors and lecturers, the professional and technical staff, who have guided you and lent their support on your educational journey. It is a privilege to work at a university where every day you see the worth of what is done there. Education and research transforms lives, and we work together so that you, our students, and now our graduates, are prepared to lead professional lives that will make a difference in the world. So my best congratulations to my university colleagues who have played their own important part in your journey. Now, you might think that's enough from me for today. I get that, it's been a long ceremony. But just a few moments more, a few words about you and what happens from here. You are our graduates. We are proud of you and the better future, the promise that you represent. And it is that promise that I want to speak with you about. In fact, there are two promises embodied in you as you sit here today. First, you have your professional promise. You will realise that promise by truly mastering what you have learnt. That mastery will come over time, over many years, as you practice your profession and learn new things, involve yourself in new ways of working, as you create new solutions to old and new problems. Your mastery may extend to you becoming a leader in your field, with others looking to your professional example. The professional promise of you can only be achieved by working skillfully and diligently to better understand and by being an active participant in whatever professional world you inhabit. Graduates, your professional promise is easy to understand. Setting yourself up to realise this is what you've been at university to do. But there is a second promise, a deeper and more important promise that you are on the cusp of realising. This is the promise of you as a person. Now, you may not know what the promise of you looks like. You may not have thought about this at all, and that's perfectly understandable. In the cauldron of study, while simultaneously discharging your other responsibilities, there may not have been a moment for you to be still and think about this. So what is your personal promise? What might it be? While your professional promise is about your technical abilities, your skills and knowledge, your personal promise is about who you are and how you engage in the world. Realising your personal promise requires your willingness to engage with the world and with others with insight and empathy and compassion. It's about your ability to go the extra mile, to care about others and not just yourself, to call out wrong when you see it and seek to put it to rights. It relies on your moral compass, your values and ethics. It relies on your determination to live with integrity. Most of all, it relies on your courage and your bravery. Your courage to see yourself clearly and your bravery to do all within your power to constantly strive to be better than you think you can be. This is the promise of you as a human being right here and right now in this troubled and challenging world. Your professional promise is important, but it is the fulfilment of your personal promise that will make the difference. It is the difference between a life that makes a difference to others, a meaningful life, a life lived with honour, and some other sort of life. Such a meaningful life can be yours if you want it, if you choose. But this choice will challenge you. The road to realising the promise of you will at times be difficult. From time to time, a much easier road will be presented to you. And in your darker moments, when life gets really hard, you may be sorely tempted to take that easier road. Graduates, it is in those moments that your courage and your bravery, the promise of you, will be truly tested. As you sit here today, you may doubt the promise of you, your personal promise. You may not know what that is or how you might get there, whether you have the courage and bravery that it will demand. But graduates, here's the thing. There are others here today or thinking of you from afar who do know and who do not doubt. There are people in your world who see the promise of you very clearly. They have seen who you are and all you might be. They see you now, and they have seen you and your promise for as long as they have known you. Graduates, your parents and those who love you didn't just see you as the baby you were then, but as the child you would become. When you became that child, they didn't just see you for the child you were then, but as the young man or young woman you would become. And now, on this particular threshold, at this moment in your life, let me tell you this. Your loved ones don't just see you as a new graduate or simply as the woman or man you are now, but as the woman or man you will become, the man or woman you deserve to be. They see you, and they know you to be someone of great promise. And so do we at JCU. We see great promise in you. We've seen it before in our graduates, our alumni, as you've moved out into the world. And we do indeed know that our alumni make a difference in so many ways, in health, society, environment, law, economics, education, in science, in the world of discovery, in this wider world that we all inhabit. And graduates, this is a world that is in need of you and your particular promise. It is in need of your humanity as well as your professional prowess. So, as you leave this auditorium today, as you get on with the journey of your life, stop and think about the promise of you. What is your promise? What do you promise? Not just for yourself, but for those who love you and as an educated human being in this world. Do you promise to do better and to be better? Do you promise to live your life to make a difference, to live a life of integrity and meaning, and when you are done, to leave your profession, your family, and your community in a better place? Graduates, I urge you to think this through, to commit to being that better person, to being better than you think you could ever be. You deserve this. And so do those who have loved and supported you all the years of your life. If you can do this, if you can deliver on the promise that others see so clearly in you, if you can become the person that you deserve to be, that others do not doubt, the world will be a better place for you having lived in it. Graduates, goodbye and good luck.
Chancellor, the successful staging of this ceremony is the culminative effort of many university staff. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the ceremonies and examination officers for the coordination of this ceremony. On behalf of James Cook University, I extend the compliments of the season to you all. This graduation ceremony has now concluded. Graduates, you are invited to join the academic procession as it leaves the auditorium. Will the Assembly please stand as the Chancellor leads the academic procession from the auditorium?